Book, art, dialogue. My next guests collaborate to synthesize their passions and bring community members together for a cerebral discussion. I'm joined now by two women who've married their passion for literature and art in a series called, appropriately, LiterARTure. Arture? I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Just call it Lit Art for short.
LiterArt.
There you go.
Stacey Goldring, Cindy Edelman, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much, Anne. It's great to be here.
Yeah, Sandy, so we know you from our First Coast Book Club, but LiterARTure is a different goal. Did I just call you Sandy?
That's okay. You're thinking of Sandra Dee because I so favor Olivia Newton-John in that particular outfit that you can't help it.
Anne,
It's
you
okay.
don't realize what you're in
It's
for.
okay. It's
do you?
okay.
Stacey, welcome.
Okay, I have to take I take great umbrage that you use the word cerebral about Cindy and myself.
What do you mean? It is cerebral.
It's not. It's a deep dive.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's wrong with
Sorry,
cerebral?
did we interrupt?
No, you're good.
Okay, sorry.
This is par for the course, Anne.
Is this how it goes?
Yeah.
A little
All right.
bit. Yeah. Sorry.
Lust is the focus.
Absolutely.
Tell us what what LitArt does is, where it came about. Stacey.
Sure. Cindy. No, I'm just kidding. Back in 2016, Cindy and I were pretty fractured, walking around, not knowing where our place was in the world.
We were longing for civil discourse in the community. And so on I don't remember exactly what day, but we met in Starbucks in San Marco to talk about is our love. Stacey was running, I don't know how many book clubs at the time. She won't even tell me the exact
Because
number.
it's math.
Well, it is math. And I was teaching art history. I taught AP art history at Bowles. And so we decided that art and literature are topics that have commonality for all people. Anybody in the community can relate as an American to art and literature. And so we talked about ostensibly wanting to take that further and develop a program where we could talk about particular books and works of art and make it fun.
And so you pick the book, you marry it to a work of art. How does that work? Who's picking the books? How do you select the
Well,
art?
it depends who thinks they're in charge that day.
Are you in charge most of the time? Or?
No, that would be a no.
So in a perfect world, we plan in advance. Every year we have a theme, and we try to keep to the theme. So this year's theme is the 7 deadly sins. And I'm sorry, I just look at you, just have such a great smile this morning. I just have to oh my goodness, I wish everyone could see. So this year it's the 7 deadly sins, and we have 4 sessions, so 7, oh well, there's math again. So we're gonna hit a few this year, right? So this month we have selected lust as one of the 7 deadly sins. So I'm going to talk about Madame Bovary, and Cindy's going to...
I'm gonna talk about art. Lust in art through the centuries. Everybody from Fragonard in the 18th century, the swing, where you have a young woman in a swing and her unsuspecting husband is pushing her, and then her paramour, who commissioned the painting, is hiding in the bushes looking at her open legs while she's swinging. That's just one example, yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun.
So the art is not necessarily related to the literature that you're reading, but
the theme is...
Yeah. And actually I found a few illustrations from Madame Bovary that are, that relate to the drama in it.
But because lust, okay, it's common in all of us. We just have to look in the mirror and admit that, right? But this is what happens when lust goes a little overboard in Madame Bovary. And clearly, if you're swinging and you have your husband at one end when you swing, and the other end you have your paramour, it makes for very interesting discussion.
But the other thing is, Anne, we try to make the art relevant to today. And so there's one of the images I'm going to talk about is Tracy Emin's bed that she actually turned into a work of art. And that was in the late 80s. And it's really quite extraordinary. I mean, and now it's considered to be, just a classic, if you will.
So we're going to have to pull it together very, very briefly. Stacey, how can people get involved?
Sure. So they go to searchingforidentity.org and they look up LiterARTure under programs, and they can sign up right there. And we meet next Wednesday
at the Community Foundation Conference Room.
At noon.
At noon.
Awesome.
And it's 90 minutes.
Yes, and all proceeds go to searching for identity.
Well, Stacey Goldring and Cindy Edelman, you are fun. Thank you for joining me today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having
Happy
us,
to be
Ann.
here.